Hi guys, my name is Natalie from cWallet. As we are here in this hall, 50,000 homes in New Zealand are living under dark because of the storm. 40,000 people dies because of the earthquake in Turkey. Global warming is scary, and we are doing everything we can to prevent it from getting worse. At cWallet, we are bringing 3 million organizations in Thailand on board to join net zero mission. So to save the planet at a very fundamental level, we have to understand how much damage we created, and we measure that in terms of carbon footprint. So we know how much to reduce, and then finally we offset it to restore the world. At cWallet, we are the platform that combines all carbon activities in one place. All countries and nations around the world, we are racing to net zero missions. But in emerging countries like us, especially in Thailand, only 0.03% of organizations have access to their own carbon footprints. And that's because the carbon accounting is a complex process. You need specialists to calculate it, and it comes with high cost and unaffordable for the majority. And sadly, the consultancy model is not so scalable to fit the national demand. This is a really, really big problem because export business will not be able to export their products due to the lack of the environmental standards. The business supplier will be facing the low carbon competitions, and the tourism services, they will be losing customer over the cleaner alternatives. So green transformation is here, but 3 million organizations in Thailand are left far behind. To tackle these issues, we come up with the solutions to make carbon accounting easy and affordable, bringing organizations to meet the environmental demands, environmental standards. This is how it works. So, cWallet, we will prepare the list of the data required for companies to be filled that will match with each of the industry, and we calculate them in terms of carbon footprint, so that we can get the carbon footprint in total and map it in the real-time dashboard where companies will be able to analyze their carbon footprint trends and keep track of their own KPI and see the forecast. We also use AI to detect the anomaly activities and send notifications to them so they can take action at a timely manner. And we use the data automations that integrate with ERP, integrate with EMS and IoT. So company using cWallet will be able to apply to the wide range of the environmental certifications, including ISO and GST protocol. We are targeting Asia Pacific regions. Our launch market will be in Thailand, where it is a home for 3 million organizations. Our beachhead target will be in the export business, raw material suppliers, and tourism industry. So cWallet see carbon accounting as just only the tip of the iceberg. This is just only the beginning of the green transformations. We aim to be the carbon management platform for Asia, where companies can initiate their carbon reduction programs through the platforms, trade and offset through blockchain infrastructures. We have 4 kinds of business model, but the main source of revenue will be coming from the platform subscription fee, which is about 2,500 per year. We have ongoing POC with 6 customers who are the gateway for us to reach to about 1,000 more plans that are under their subcontracts. So customers using cWallet, they are very, very happy customers because they only pay 20% of what they have to pay. They will be able to track their KPI and become net zero emissions. So at cWallet, we have the perfect team who are expert in each of the field, in environment, in software for enterprise, with a track record of over 6,000 B2B business, and technology development specialists in blockchain and fintech. So here come to the last part. We are seeking $300,000 to make carbon accounting accessible and create the next wave for the green transformation. That is my contact here. Let's connect.
What stage of thanks for the presentation, by the way. What stage of your development right now are you said you have a beta software? Is it being tested somewhere? Is it being used anywhere? What's the feedback?
The P1 is right now at the beta version.
So thanks for the presentation. 2 questions from my side. When you're calculating the carbon footprint, how did you create that template or the calculation model for that? Is there mechanisms to ensure and verify data? So that's the first question. I guess you can go
So
with that
we,
first.
there in carbon footprint we have something so-called carbon emission factor. This is something like multiplier that match with each of the standards. So we have different multipliers that match with each of them, and we make it into different presets.
But could you verify the inputs from the clients though? Because obviously you can imagine somebody would try to game the system a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Right. So we actually developed this platform together with the researcher section from Chiang Mai University. So he, Dr. said, he is the auditor, the environmental specialist. So he will help us to make sure that the platform runs correctly.
All right, thanks for that. And just last question, once a company gets certified by the different logos that you showed, what's the benefit to them? Is it mostly for PR or is there any kind of tangible business impacts?
The most tangible one will be for the export business, because right now we have CBAM, which is the carbon border adjustment tax. So if export companies don't have these kind of certifications, they go there, they have to pay the highest fee. And at some point they will not able to export anymore. So basically they're losing the business.
Here in Thailand,
Shown to
InnoPower, they're part of EGAT.
no, not yet.
It'll
would
be
love
interesting for you to get their feedback if you're doing something right or you could improve.
I would love to. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you mentioned like you have an AI that detects anomalies in the data. Can you give us examples of like what kind of problems that your AI plans to detect and what kind of recommendation it tries to help you with the carbon reduction strategy?
Okay,
That's right.
let me give you some of the real example from our clients. So our clients, they have one of the companies in the public company. So they have promised to the public that they will be achieving the net zero emissions. So what happened is that last year they lose track of the carbon footprint data. So what happened towards the end of the year is that they find out that they are not meeting the target of carbon reduction that year. So this is a big deal because because it also implies that you are likely to break the promise to your own customers. So with these anomaly detections, we will be able to send a notification to the supervisors or head of each of different departments, so they know exactly what to do and solve the problem right away.
And do you plan to extend this business into like more consulting services like carbon advisory service where you have the software to demonstrate that counting as well, or it's just a dashboard that display data?
So what we're trying to do is that right now in Thailand there's only 60 consultants who can do this kind of carbon accounting matters. We try to help them to be able to scale more of business because the whole nations we cannot only rely on 60 people. Compared to the financial accountant, we have 100,000 of people who can do this accounting. So we see the same missions to bring carbon accounting to the same level of the financial accounting.
I think a better question would be like, are you a software company or are you a consulting company that use software to do?
Software company that help consultants to work faster and more efficient.
Yeah, sorry, just one last question as well, right? How do you think, I would assume that different companies would have different methods of calculating carbon emissions. So what kind of standard do you peg it to and how do you ensure that it's accurate?
I think this question is actually similar to here. So we are working with the auditors, and we are also working together with the environmental consultants who will scan through all the platforms and make sure that the calculations and all the multipliers are working correctly.